up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on boats. Coming up slamming Cadillac doors.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I am Megan. Thank you for being here. We are here to do June messages for the signs. I asked you guys if that is something that y'all wanted to see. Y'all was like, girl, yes. So we're here to do them. Make sure that if you like this video, you leave me a comment, you hit that like button, and subscribe if this is your judge, okay? Turn on that notification bell too. We're going to pray over these cards, and then we're going to get into it, all right? Source, ancestors, spirit guides, angel guides, please assist me in this reading for the elements. Please allow me to discern the messages that we need to know for the highest good of ourselves and all involved. I call into this reading love, light, clarity, prosperity, and abundance. I ask that only the most benevolent and light-working energies come through me and allow me to be accountable for these messages. I ask that these messages are clear, precise, and straight to the point. Give it to me real. Give it to me raw. Thank you in advance for your guidance, spirit. Ashe. Let's get it. Okay. Let me go ahead and put these glasses on because I feel like y'all can hear me better when I can see you. Let's get into it. Okay? So I'm going to try to timestamp all of the elements. We're going to do them in groups, okay? So earth signs, water signs, fire signs, air signs, okay? Since it is Gemini season, we are going to start with our air signs, our Geminis, our Libras, and our Aquariuses. So if that is your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, this portion of the reading is for you, all right? Let's get into it, spirit. What is the message for our air signs for the month of June? For Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, what messages do you have? Please be clear. Okay, air signs. Your overlying energy is fear. And it says, if you want to be free of fears and phobias, then you have to understand why they exist and make peace with them, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have originality, which says, feel lighthearted and free while trusting that your unique way of doing things is the right way. Air signs, my babies, okay? There is a stigma. And I know this to be true because I am a Gemini rising, okay? And I'm also an Aquarius, Venus, and North Node. So, I understand this, what do you call it? Schism, I guess you could say, that people have about air signs, how we are, especially Aquariuses, right? Because in general, people think that Libras are indecisive. They think that Aquariuses are weird. And they think that Geminis are flippy floppy. Okay, so I get it. And that being the case, air signs, sometimes, and again, I'm speaking from personal experience, sometimes it's hard to feel comfortable being yourself, right? Sometimes it's hard to be comfortable within yourself because of how others have treated you, right? But I feel like what June, and if you go back to the collective that I did for everybody, which is the last video I did, the last video I did was something else, but the video before that, which I will pin up here, the collective reading, in the collective reading, we were talking about hermit mode for the month of June, right? How some of us may have to go into hermit mode. And I know I'm in a space right now where I don't even want to say that I'm rediscovering myself. I'm discovering myself for the first time in my life. And that's scary, right? It's scary to really let the mask come off and to really be yourself, be comfortable in being yourself, whether people like it or not, whether people get it or not, right? And I feel like for you guys, air signs, in the month of June, there is this need to get comfortable, okay? And to unpack this fear that you may have around your originalities, especially as a creative, right? Because a lot of times, art is subjective. More often than not, art is subjective. And we sometimes don't do the thing because, and I spoke about this before, I'm sick of getting hit by cars. We don't do the thing that or we don't show or share the thing that we create because we don't know how people are going to respond to it. We don't know how people are going to receive it. We don't know what people are going to think about it. But baby, as a creative, not saying that making art or making or creating things for other people is the wrong thing to do. That's not what I'm saying, because of course we create things because we want to share them with other people sometimes. But at the core of it, what you create is yours. It's an expression of you. It's a part of you that you're allowing to be outwardly expressed, right? And the only person that should matter to should be you. So if people feel like you're weird, if people feel like what you share is different, that's fine. Because regardless of how they feel about it, they looking, okay? So the cards to support, we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Ten of Cups. So, with this Eight of Wands being out here, this to me, of course, is talking about action. It's talking about moving forward. It's talking about doing the thing. It's talking about taking your slingshot, pulling it back, and letting it go, right? But with the Seven of Cups here, air signs, there could be some stalling going on, okay? There could be some uncertainty. There could be some nervousness, anxiety around this Ten of Cups, right? Your happiness, your originality, right? And so, again, June may see you unpacking why that is, what this Seven of Cups represents for you. Where does this fear stem from? What is the root of it? And I feel like getting to the root of it will allow you to unpack what this fear is doing here, where this fear came from, right? And I feel like it's interesting that they fell out in this way, because it is time for you to unpack what is standing between you and your happiness. What is standing between you and your creativity? What is standing between you and your originality? And it is this fear, right? And if you want, like the card said, to be free, if you want to be free of these things, you need to know why they exist. And I feel like for a lot of people, a lot of us creatives, it is cringy, it is hard, it is difficult, it is scary to sit with the root, to sit with the why, to sit with your fears and your phobias and try to figure out where these things are stemming from. But I feel like doing that in the month of June, doing this while you're in hermit mode, doing this while you are in this internal space, is going to be so important, and is going to be very beneficial for you moving forward. So if you are someone like myself, because again, I just told y'all at the beginning, I'm a Gemini rising and I'm Aquarius, Venus, and North Node. Baby, this is checking for me. You feel me? And I've had to really, and I don't want to give everybody this advice because I feel like people are going to take it and run with it, but I've quite literally been doing things and not thinking about it, right? So I'll create something, I'll make a video, I'll put it out into the ether, and I'll go ahead about my business, right? And for me, doing that allows me to kind of detach from this fear of how people perceive me, this fear of what people think about my original ideas and my originality and how I show up, right? Because my thing is, what I have come to realize is, yeah, showing up as your original self, as your true self, as your however you show up is scary, but it's so freeing, y'all. Like, it's so freeing. I did something the other day and I wore a crop top. And I'm not a crop top girl, okay? We got some belly, okay? And I went I went to do whatever I did, came back, and I was sitting on my front stoop, and another big girl, another plus size girl walked by, and she was like, I wish I had your confidence. I wish I could, wear my crop tops. I got so many crop tops that I don't want to wear. Like, girl, how you do it? Girl, I put it on and I walked outside. Okay. Was I getting looks? Absolutely. But guess what else didn't happen? Nobody said nothing. They knew better than that. You feel me? So Did it feel cringy? Did it feel scary when I first walked outside? Yeah. But the longer that I was outside running my errands, doing the things, I forgot that I had a crop top on. I was just living my best life because when I feel cute, I exude that, right? And so I said all that to say, baby, just do the thing and don't think about it. Like, think about why. Of course, think about the root and the why. But after you move through that, which you will probably be doing in the month of June, baby, do the thing. Do the thing, air signs. Let's get one more card from what is the name of this deck? The Sign of the Times deck. Let's get one more card from the Sign of the Times deck. Spirit, what advice do you have for the air signs for the month of June? Okay, air signs. The card that you got is Succulents, Resilience. Okay, and we are going to read. All right. It says, I love how I just turned to the page. It says mainly organized or mainly recognized. Child, I can't read today. As common houseplants, succulents are known for thriving in different and difficult conditions. They store water in their leaves, stems, and roots, which allows them to thrive long after they've been tended to. This card represents the long-term planning, tenacity, and endurance it takes to develop resilience. Take advantage of your own inner reserves of mental and physical resilience in challenging times to remain calm and collected in the face of crisis and confusion. When you tap into this reserve, you are gaining valuable skills and learning important lessons about your limits. This is also the energy of longevity and wanting something long lasting. Set your intentions for a career, relationship, or situation that you'd like to see in the long run. Keep striving for what has been placed on your heart. Stay healthy by watering yourself with love and care. Despite everything you have endured this far, you continue to bloom. Additional meetings, enduring love, discovering your inner strength, good fortune is coming your way. Current endeavors will be long lasting in growth, sparked by adversity, receiving a gift, and making future plans. So, air signs, there is something here about your fortitude, right? And you come this far, and this reading is hitting home for me, and it makes me kind of emotional because when I think about how far I've come in terms of being comfortable with myself, taking this mask off, being my authentic self in front of you guys, and really exuding the confidence that I feel when I'm alone in front of people, it's a hard thing to do. And I just want to tell you, air signs, like, a lot of you have come so far. You come so far in your creative endeavors. You come so far in your artistry. You come so far just as a human being having a spiritual experience, right? I'm sorry, a spiritual being having a human experience. I said that backwards. But you've come far. You've been resilient. You've built up this powerhouse of strength, and it's beautiful to see. But don't keep that all to yourself, right? You never know who you are inspiring, who is watching you, who, gets their life, okay, from you just simply being yourself. So the month of June, baby, sit with where this fear is coming from, unpack that, and go for it to be great, air signs, because air signs are amazing. I may be biased, but that's just how I feel. Okay, that has been your reading, air signs. Thank you so much for being here. If you are an air sign, throw me a little emoji. What emoji do I want y'all to pick? Let's see. Pick a plant. Pick a plant if you're an air sign. Pick a plant and put it down below in the comments. And I will talk to you guys later. Hey, earth signs. Welcome to your reading. If you are a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus, this may be for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Okay? Please keep in mind that these are general. Okay? If you would like a reading that is more catered to you, make sure you go to the description box link and click it. I'm having a 50% off sale on all of my readings, and you can go grab you one up. Okay? So, earth signs, let's get into your reading. Spirit, what messages do you have for my earth signs for the month of June? What messages, Spirit, do you have for the Earth signs for the month of June? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Earth signs, the card that you have is Insights. Okay? And it reads, see beyond appearances, masks, cliches, and cultural stereotypes to gain insight. Bottom of the deck, we have courage and willpower. All right, let's get some clarifying cards. But as we do that, we gonna talk Earth signs because the month of June. What this is saying to me is June may see you building up the courage, building up the strength, building up the reserve, the willpower, the courage to see beyond what your current everything is, right? Beyond appearances, cultural stereotypes, masks, cliches, right? To see what's really being said, to see what's really coming through for you. Our first card out is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Earth signs. Okay, it's making sense. June could see my Earth signs reevaluating what their art. And when I say art, I'm speaking of the arts, right? So whatever it is that you do, whether you're a writer, whether you are an artist, whether you are a video, whatever your flavor of creativity is, it could see you reevaluating it in a way where you are reevaluating the value, the monetary value that you have placed on whatever it is that you do, right? And coming to the understanding that it's not always about the money, right? It's not always about the money. And I feel like, oh, I feel attacked. Okay, I feel like for some of us, for real, especially true artists, right? True students of the arts. I'm not going to say we don't be thinking about money, but it's one of those things where it's like when people ask you, would you still be doing what you're doing if money wasn't involved? Like, I feel like you're asking yourself that and you're thinking about the value monetary that you have put on it. And, okay. Earth signs, you guys. Okay, so we have the Goddess of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Star in the reverse. You guys, us guys, because I'm a Capricorn. Us guys, okay. There is something here about doing all of the things, creating all of the things, monetizing the things, but still feeling unfulfilled. If this is going for an Earth sign, what I'm about to say, it's going to be like, ouch, right? But Earth signs, are you doing what you're doing for the love of the thing that you're doing? Or are you doing the thing for the money? And when I say doing the thing for the money, I don't mean like that's the only reason you do the thing. But as a creative, I feel like there are times when, as a creative, I feel like there are times when money, stability, and security can feel like there are times when money or security and stability can influence how we do the thing, right? So, for example, you can tell when somebody is passionate about what they're doing versus somebody just putting something out to be able to monetize whatever, right? And I feel like the reason that some of us, some of you are doing this is because you have lost the faith. You have lost the faith and you are reevaluating what all of this means for you. Like, it's kind of like an existential crisis, right? Like, it's kind of like, okay, why am I doing this? Like, am I supposed to be doing this? Because I'm doing all the things and it's not giving me a return on my investment. Or I'm working hard. I'm trying to create some stability and security for myself through my creative endeavors and it's not working. My God, this is attacking me because this was me last month, right? In May, Mecca was questioning everything, right? And this is why I always tell people that I share what I share because I wanted to quit in May. I wanted to quit in May. And there are so many things that have been going on in the background. The end of May, and we're still in the beginning of June, but the end of May, beginning of June, that had I quit, I wouldn't have seen what I'm seeing now. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it at that. But there's been a complete, like, 180 that has been happening for me. And I would have never gotten to that point if I would have quit, right? June for you earth signs, I feel like, and again, I'm referencing the collective reading that I did a couple of days ago, where it was talking about how some of us are going to be in hermit mode throughout the month of June to really like be internal, right? For y'all, it is time for y'all, us, to really understand why you're doing what it is that you're doing, right? And it's crazy because I was watching a video yesterday as I was wrapping my day up. And in the video, the creator was talking about how she's tired of running her business, right? She was like, I'm doing all of these things, I'm working so hard, and I'm not seeing a return on my investment. And she, I remember commenting to her because she was one of the things that she said was that she's seeing all these other creators like make one video, go viral, and sell out, right? Of whatever it is that they create or make or sell. And I remember commenting to her because that hit me so hard because I've been in that space, right? And I remember commenting to her and saying, like, baby, the smoke screens, okay? Most of these people that are claiming that they're selling out and they cleared their stock and their inventory and this, that, and the third, it's smoke screens. It's not true. We can get on this internet and we can make people believe anything that we want to make them believe, right? And people getting online and saying that whether it's true or not creates a buzz. It creates it creates a FOMO moment, right? So naturally, if somebody gets online and be like, oh yeah, I sold out, da 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 da, you gonna sign up for that email list, you gonna do the thing so the next time they restock, you can get you one, right? And so I said to her, I said, baby, the smoke screens, right? A lot of these people that are saying these things, that are doing these things, are creating an illusion. They're creating an appearance, right? And that's not, it's just not true. It's just not what's really going on. So we can't be paying attention to the appearances, the masks, and the cliches that are being created for us as creatives, right? Because it's every creative's dreams to be able to make a living off of what they create, right? And I'm not saying it's not possible. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the journey to get there isn't what people make it seem like, right? That's why, again, I share my struggles with you guys. I share how I'm feeling. I'm sharing my frustrations. I share the fact that I've been thinking about going back to work. I share all of that because I want y'all to get the real. Like, I want y'all to understand how hard it is owning a business and being a creative and making money off of the things that you create. So, see beyond all of these illusions, earth signs, and understand that you have not been left out in the cold. You're not doing all of this for nothing, because we're going to turn this star right side up. You're not doing all of this for nothing, but it's going to take time to cultivate. It's going to take time to grow. It's going to take time to develop, and you have to be patient about that, right? We're going to get one more card. Like, what is your willpower looking at? What is looking like? What is your courage looking like? Do you have the stamina and the willpower to go down this road and go down this journey, right? Spirit, can I get one more card from my earth signs? What's the advice? And of course you give me two. Three, excuse me. Mm, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, the three cards that we have are Wonder, we have Personal Power, and we have Destiny. I'm only going to read Destiny because I feel like the other two are kind of self-explanatory, but I feel like Destiny got some something in it for us. So, let's read it. It's number 18, and it says, there is power in your palm. What are you passionate about? Have you thought about your purpose? This card is calling your attention back to yourself and your destiny. Prepare for fated events and moments that seem out of your control. You may notice an increase in coincidences and things may align in ways that seem impossible. What I'll just say. These forces are pushing you toward your destiny. You're being nudged to follow your soul's calling. If you don't know what that is yet, take some time to think about what you are drawn to and what you enjoy. Meditate and connect with your higher self for further guidance. You may experience not so random connections that lead you to exactly where you are destined to be. This card also indicates heightened intuition and spiritual senses. You could be feeling like you are destined for more, but not quite sure what that might look like. Accept that you don't have an explanation for everything and allow the universe to work its magic and guide you. Fate is stepping in and leading you to your next phase. Additional meanings and urge to pursue a calling. Significant fated events are occurring. Discovering your purpose, enhanced spiritual guidance or gifts. Earth signs, baby. What did I just say? What did I just say? Didn't I just say it's not all for nothing? Didn't I just say you haven't been left out to dry? Didn't I just say all of these things, baby? Wonder. Wonder. I just did a video on scripting. That was the last video I did. And I was talking about creating the reality that you want to experience by scripting. I also am coupling that with a 100 manifestation challenge that I'm doing in my planner. And in that 100 manifestation challenge that I'm doing, I'm allowing myself to wonder. Like, I'm allowing my wants and the things I want to manifest to reach far beyond what I can perceive. Like, take some time out and, like, imagine imagine what could happen for you if you really tapped into your calling and tapped into what you're supposed to do. Don't worry. And I know it's hard and it sounds irresponsible to say this, especially in the climate that we're in, but don't worry about the money. The money will come. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you from personal experience. As creatives, you really just have to stay on that path of your calling. You have to stay on that path of what you called to do and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that because you are in alignment with what it is that you are sent here to do, everything else is going to take care of itself. You just do the thing. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what it's looking like on the outside, okay? June is going to be very significant for y'all, and it's time for you to take your personal power back and put it into things that truly matter. Okay, Earth signs. I hope that this is helpful. This has been your reading. If you are Earth sign and this resonated, make sure that you leave me a little globe, a little Earth in the comments, okay? Until next time, Earth signs. Hey, fire signs. It's your turn. If you are an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, this could be pertaining to you, okay? Take it how it resonates. These for your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus. We are going to look at your creative divination for the month of June. Please keep in mind that these are general readings. If you would like a reading that is more catered to you, make sure you go click the link in the description box. I am running a sale for 50% off of all of my divinations using the code SOUTH. Okay? And go get you a reading, babe. So, Spirit, what does the fire signs have to look forward to in the month of June? Please be clear. What's the message for my fire sign, Spirit? Is it this one? Okay, we'll take it. All right, fire signs. The card that we have for you this month is Reflection. And it reads, time to focus, balance, reflect, and guide yourself past stumbling blocks to take the right actions. Bottom of the deck, we have Resistance. Understanding why you resist what you have to do is a critical part of the creative process. Not me knocking over all of the cards. Good God. All right. So, fire signs. Again, like I think I have said this in every sign group thus far, right? Referencing the full creative divination for the collective that I did about 2 or 3 days ago. I can't remember at this point. I will link it up here. Okay, it'll be up here and it'll be in the description box. You needs to go watch it. But with reflection being your card for June, there is a need to go inward, to focus, to reflect, and understand your resistance, fire signs, because the fire signs that I know, the fire signs that I'm used to, y'all don't really like resistance who? Oh, okay. So what's stopping y'all earth signs? Because earth signs, Lord Jesus. Some of y'all might need to go watch the earth sign video. But what's stopping you fire signs? Because again, the fire signs I know, y'all are TCG. Y'all are trained to go. So what is the issue? What is stopping you in June, right? What is this resistance? Spirit, can you please? Okay, y'all not gonna be throwing cards at me. I'm sick of this. Spirit, what is the guidance for my fire signs? Ah, okay. Going in a new direction, are we fire signs? Mm, okay. That's might be what it is. Okay. So before I even show y'all these cards that came out, bottom of the deck we have the Fool, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Five of Cups. Baby, what? Why are we focusing on this? Why are we focusing on this Five of Cups, right? Why are we focusing on the things that we have lost? Are we processing and moving forward, or are we stuck and being resistant to moving forward? Okay? Because the thing about it is, with this Full card and the Ten of Cups, there is a new beginning here for you, right? And this could be creatively, this could be however it resonates, right? But there's a new beginning here for you, a new beginning that is putting you on the path, or trying to put you on the path to your happiness, to your Ten of Cups, to emotional fulfillment, right? And I feel like what could be holding some of you back is also, bottom of the deck we have the Six of Cups. Okay. Are you are you attached to the nostalgia of it? Like, this could be, I don't know, a book that you're writing, and I'm using book because I'm an author, okay? But this could be a book that you're writing that you started to write, and for whatever reason you stopped and you decided that you want to revisit it, but you're stuck on the old way of how you were writing the book. You're stuck on the nostalgia of the book, right? And you're not seeing that you're not the same person that you were now when you were writing the book, and that you are wiser and you have more things to offer said book. Just using it as an analogy, right? You're on the path to your happiness. Why are we doing this? Why are we allowing the nostalgia of it all to distract us from moving forward, right? Fire signs, you have two gods here. Actually, three, technically. You have the God of Pentacles, the Goddess of Swords, and the God of Wands. Are y'all serious right now? Be so for real. Like, fire signs. Why are you being first off, why are you being so resistant to what you are naturally able to do, which is lead, right? With three gods here, There is so much power that you are holding right now that is going to propel you forward, fire signs. My God. We gotta, like, I'm at a loss for words. We gotta get you out of this Five of Cups. We gotta, like, move past the nostalgia of it all because you got things to do. Let's start with the God of Pentacles. The God of Pentacles being, again, a leader, being um someone who has manifested, someone who has manifested by being disciplined, right? By being calculated, by working hard, which checks because bottom of the deck you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you've been doing the thing, you've been working hard, right? And okay. Are y'all afraid that are y'all afraid of what is going to change now that you're starting to see the things that you manifested come into fruition? Fire signs. Is that what it is? Are you clinging to the way that things have always been because the thought of change is quite frankly terrifying you right now? Could that be it? I'm never the person to be like, don't use your emotions. Right now, baby, put them emotions to the side, okay? Put them feelings to the side. Goddess of Swords, okay? The Goddess of Swords does not move on her emotions, okay? The Goddess of Swords moves on facts. What are the facts of the situation? The facts of the situation is that you are in the middle of your manifestations and you're seeing them start to play out in real time, right? Those are the facts. Whatever it is that you're afraid of happening, people that you got to leave behind, ways of being and ways of thinking that you might have to leave behind, all of the things that could be changing, have you stopped to think that they could be changing you for the better? Have you stopped to think that maybe, possibly, what is coming in is better than what you've ever experienced? I've been asking myself this very question because what if it all works out? I feel like a lot of times we go to the worst possible scenario and we go to the worst thing that could possibly happen. And we sit in those emotions and the feelings of that so much so to the point where we cannot see what the true facts are, right? And the facts is change is inevitable. You're always going to be changing. You're always going to be on the brink of things being different, right? But the thing about it, for you fire signs in the month of June, you created this. You called this down. You sat with your spirits. You sat with your ancestors. You sat at that altar begging and pleading for things to be different. And now that the different is happening, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. What's happening? This God of Wands being here to tell you, like, the things are coming. Like, this is to me, this is like the get ready card. Like the get ready, get ready, get ready. TD Jakes card, okay? Pause. But this is the TD Jakes card, all right? The get ready card. And this is the things coming. You have the Fool here as well. The things are coming. Don't be focusing on what it is that you lost. Don't focus on how things used to be. Again, going back to the book analogy that I referenced, you are, even if you're in the same book, you're writing a new chapter and you're writing it from a place of wisdom, right? Because all the thing that all three of these cards have in common is they are tapped in. They are tapped in ancestrally. They're tapped in with their spiritual core. They're tapped in with self, right? And when you are in community and connection to source, to your ancestors, to yourself, do you know how powerful that is? Do you not understand, fire signs? I'm doing the hands. Do you not understand, fires? Like, y'all, June could be so powerful for y'all. So mourn what you need to mourn, but baby, move on. Okay, things are changing. Let's get an oracle card. Don't be resistance to it. Spirit, can I have one more card for my fire signs? What is the advice for the month of June for my fire signs, Spirit? Lord? We have emotions. We have emotions. Of course we have emotions. We're going to read it. Okay. It says, cannot make this up. It says, although the moon is most visible at night, it can often be spotted in the daytime sky. The same can be said about emotions, which can be hidden yet also faintly present or clearly defined at an unexpected or inopportune moment. This card encourages you to feel your feelings and express your emotions. Emotions are sometimes mistaken for weaknesses, but they are an essential part of human beings, and there is a strength in allowing yourself to experience them fully. From happiness to sadness, enthusiasm to rage, no matter what the emotion, you are entitled to feel how you feel. And if and when you feel comfortable, open up to a friend or someone whom you trust. Emotions are meant to flow as they come and go. Holding on to things can create burdens and even lead to physical ailments. Releasing the energy prevents you and them from becoming stagnant and stored, which can affect your mood and cause unpredictable outbursts. Feel empowered to express yourself, which can improve your confidence and ability to communicate your feelings to others. Additional meanings: tell others how you feel, release pent up emotions, moon phases are affecting your emotions, pay attention to how you express your emotions, seek emotional support from family, friends, or professionals. So, again, fire signs, like I said, there is nothing wrong with feeling your feelings, right? There's nothing wrong with feeling how you need to feel in order to move past this, right? I didn't even realize personal power fell out as well. Take your power back from your emotions, though. Give your emotions the space to be and feel what they need, but don't get stuck there, right? Don't bottle it up so much that it turns into a resistance to move forward. Fire signs, this has been your reading for the month of June. I hope that it helped. If this resonated, leave me a fire emoji, okay? Fire man, the fight. Leave me a fire emoji. I will talk to y'all next time. Hey, my water signs, welcome to your very own creative divination for the month of June. I hope that you are well. Please keep in mind that these are creative, Lord Jesus. Please keep in mind that these are general and creative messages. And if you would like a reading that is more catered to you, make sure you go to the link in my description, book you a reading. All of my readings are 50% off at the moment, so go grab you some, okay? So, Spirit, what message do you have for my water signs, for my for my Cancer, Pisces, and my Scorpios, okay? That was quick. The card that we have is Patience. And it reads, creativity takes time, and sometimes a project can be seeming to take too long or seem to be failing. Bottom of the deck, we have capable. It says you can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. So, oh, my babies. My water signs, my emotional watery babies. This month may see you having to be patient. I swear this has come up in every elemental reading. Referring back to the creative collection divination that I did a couple of days ago, which I will have pinned in my comments and in my description box. Go check that out. In that divination, I was talking about being in a hermit mode, right? And having to go inward for that wisdom, having to be internal in the month of June. Or I'm getting chills. And while in hermit mode, the things that you can do, right? One of the things that you may be doing this month, water signs, is being patient. And understanding that you are absolutely capable of dealing with how you feel around something that seems to be taking a little bit longer than you thought it would take, right? I feel like as creatives, we get this idea, we flesh it out, and we're like, okay, let's go, right? Giving very Knight of Wands type energy. But there is a need to slow down. I can't remember which sign I talked about slowing down in. I want to say it was the air signs or the earth signs. I'm completely lying. It was a TikTok I did earlier today. The divination I did for TikTok. So go check that out. I'm going to pin my TikTok. Lord, I can't talk. I'm going to pin my TikTok in the description box so you guys can go check out that video. I was talking about slowing down so you don't miss things. Being patient so you don't miss things in your process, in your creativity, in your life, okay? There's a need to be patient. There is a need to go with the flow, right? You never know where it's going. Come on. You never know where it's going to take you. Your first card out being the Empress. You are birthing something new. And labor takes time. I love when a thing comes together. I love when the analogy that I had already in mind gets confirmed when cards come out. So the analogy that I had in mind as it pertains to patience is the birthing process, right? Well, not all of you, because some of y'all are menses, right? But to know about the birthing process is to know the baby, you got to be patient. Okay, your water can break at 8 o'clock in the morning and you won't have that baby till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, right? Because it's a process. You go through several different phases of labor. You go through active labor. It's a lot, right? You have to dilate. You have to allow allow the baby to get in position to be able to come out, right? In June, pay attention to what phase you're in. Are you in active labor? Has your water broken yet? Has your mucus plug come out? Are you ready to push? Is the baby in position, right? And if you're not in the phase that you want to be in, you're going to have patience and you're going to have to sit in the phase that you're currently in, right? You never want to rush a baby to come out, right? Not that I'm completely against C-sections, but I feel like often, more times than not, when a C-section is recommended, it's because they want to hurry up and get the baby out, right? They always say that there is some complication and we need to get the baby out right now, versus allowing the fetus to do what it needs to do to be able to get into position to be able to be birthed. Your creativity, your process is the same thing. Don't think about what, I swear the same cards keep coming up, and I shuffled the hell out of this deck. But anyway, don't worry about the phases that are to come. You'll get there when you get there, right? Our next card out is the Death card, right? Again, referencing the baby analogy. In Black spirituality and other spiritualities too, you often hear older people say that baby been here before and it came back, right? In reference to, an ancestor returning in another form, in another body, through a child that's being born, right? And that's because of the cycle of death and rebirth, right? In order for something to be born, something else has to die, right? And the cycle is ongoing, it's everlasting. You're always going to be dying and being reborn. And I feel like in June, it is important for you guys to really understand, because we have the Goddess of Swords here, to really lead with the facts. Like, where are you at in your process? You're capable of being okay in that process, because if you are moving too quickly and you're trying to skip ahead and you're trying to, push the baby out, that can come with complications. It may not turn out the way that you want it to, right? And then on the flip side of that, if you rush the process and it don't turn out the way that you want it to turn out, you're going to have to backtrack. You're going to have to do, what is it called? You're going to have to do damage control. right? And so, in order to not do that, in order to not have to do that, take the process for what it is. Be patient with your process. Let whatever it is wrap itself up and let it end so that you can successfully move on to the next phase, to the next part of your project, of your story, of your life, right? But you're not going to get there in the way that you want to get there by rushing. So June can see you guys having patience and you're capable of it, right? Spirit, can we get one more card for my water signs? What's the advice card, Spirit? What's the advice for my water signs? All right, water signs. The advice card that we have is reflection mirror, and we're going to read. Okay. It says, "Who are you?" You may be asking yourself this question since this card holds an energy of depth and discovery. A mirror, a still puddle, a disco ball. These surfaces all reflect exactly what is put in front of them, and this card is encouraging you to do the same. Take a few moments for yourself and tap into your intuition, thoughts, and emotions. Day to day responsibilities can often distract from taking the time to go within, so make the time. This card signals contemplation and the type of productive reflection that brings epiphanies. You are developing a deeper understanding and acceptance of yourself, which is an amazing thing. This can manifest as taking time out for self care, meditating more often, or writing in a journal. Give yourself grace as you reflect on your life and how far you have come. Just be careful not to fall so in love with your own reflection that you stop seeing the beauty in the world around you and the signs and symbols there calling out to you and guiding you. Additional meanings of this card: time alone brings clarity. Develop a develop a self care routine. Deepen your connections with others. Focus your attention on yourself and your needs. So exactly what I was saying, what I said in the collective reading, what I said here, y'all. June, and as frustrating as it is, June is going to see you being really introspective, being really internal, really focusing on yourself, focusing on your process, and understanding the patience behind the process, the why you need to be patient, the where you are in your process. Take some time out, journal about it, figure it out, talk to somebody, but be patient. It's coming. It's coming. I promise, okay? This has been your creative divination for the month of June, water signs. If this resonated, leave me a little raindrop in the comments, okay? And I will talk to you guys next time. Be great, get bread, stay all the way live. And with everything, be intentional. Have the month that you conjure. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.
Bite me around this bitch. Your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on gold. Coming up, slamming Cadillac door.